So, I previously lied on my Monday video. I will be back hosting Fridays for the rest of a while, hopefully. So, this week's topic, as I'm sure you can tell, is advice for parents with transgender kids. I'm going to talk a little bit about my story because, I take on a little bit different perspective, being more trans masculine than female to male. So, I didn't come out to my parents until sophomore year of college. I'm a junior now, so a little over a year ago. And basically, what had happened was I had been binding for a while, and my parents came to visit me, and my mom was a little bit tipsy. We were at a roller derby bout, and she put her hand on my shirt and was like, "What is that?" And I freaked out and just told her that it was a really tight sports bra. And then I was super anxious about it for weeks and weeks, and then they were going to come back to move me out of my apartment. And I told my mom, hey, the thing you felt the other day wasn't a sports bra. And so I told her that I had been experiencing gender identity issues and that it helped me feel more comfortable in my body and stuff like that. So at first, she started to cry and I started to cry, and it was a little bit uncomfortable, but then, she told me that anything she needed me to do, she would do it, and that she still loved me, and it was all in all very supportive. And even when I came out as a lesbian, I was 15, they weren't surprised about that because I was a tomboy, I wore boys' clothes all the time. They acted like I told them it was raining. So my parents have always been really supportive, and I'm very fortunate in having such a supportive family. But now they're starting to they don't know all about transgender things, and so they're really not informed as well as they could be. So taking my experiences, if I were to give advice to a parent with a trans kid, I would first and foremost tell them to give them space to play around with their expression, because sometimes even just forcing kids in a dress is just really horrible if they feel that they're more masculine, or opposite. If your son doesn't want to wear pants, don't make your son wear pants. And I think that really comes down to the gender binary. I think that the reason my parents were so supportive is because they allowed me to wear whatever clothes I wanted to wear when I was little. They didn't force me to wear dresses, and I played a lot of sports, and I think they just thought it was all part of this tomboy thing. And that's what I would tell a parent with a trans kid, is to just give them space and opportunity to explore and figure things out, and know that not always do people, are they born a boy and want to be a girl, and not always are they born a girl and want to be a boy. And I think that's really true to a lot of trans narratives, is that they feel that they have to be hyper masculine in order to prove their transness, or little trans girls, are running around, and trans women are far more stigmatized, I think, than trans men are, in a lot of different realms. But after you allow your kid to just be comfortable in the clothes that they're in, I think that the conversation will be easier. I also think that it's important to educate yourself and not always go to your kids to get answers. I know that when my mom comes and asks me, I'm more than willing to answer her questions, but sometimes it's a little bit awkward, and some questions she may not even want to ask me. So, hop on the internet, go to obviously appropriate sites, some websites are just not appropriate for discussing trans things. Sorry, I'm getting off track, but seek education for yourself and realize that it's not your fault. Being trans is not a bad thing. It wasn't a failure as a parent. It's nothing that you could have done different. It's really all just about loving your kid and allowing your kid to do what's going to make them happy. And if they're trans or if they aren't, if they're gay, if they're bi, if they're pansexual, if they're trans and gay, if they're trans and straight, whatever it is, no matter the age of your kid, know that you are someone that they're going to go to almost always, and that you should welcome them with open arms, and that the more love you can spread and the more goodness that you can give your child, the easier it's going to be if they decide to transition, or even if they decide to change their expression. But that's basically it. I think it's really simple. It can be very difficult. Yeah, I can't even pretend what it would be like, but for my experiences, what's gotten me through is knowing that my parents have my back. The only response my dad ever had to me getting on hormones was that I better not grow a better mustache than him. And he handles things with humor. But I will definitely be growing a better mustache than him. So, we'll see. But yeah, so, pass it along. Spread love to your other trans siblings. Like, it's all about just spreading love and care and support, and that the more support we give each other, the better it is. It's not going to solve all our problems, but it's going to make things much easier. So, I'll see you guys next week. You'll be seeing me on Fridays. Again, social media down below. Hit me up. Say hi. We can be friends. I'm moving to Salt Lake in 9 days. So, if you live in the area, hit me up. We'll hang out. Alright, see you guys.